Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about oral language development in ages 3 to 4 years old, which is the preschool age. And between looking at our textbook and then also NAEYC's Developmentally Appropriate Practice Handbook, we came up with this beautiful list of just different things in the language development skills at this age. So some of the milestones that we read about were that the first one is that kids at this age should have about a 700 word vocabulary, which doesn't have to be huge words. It could be like cat, dog, mom, dad. So nothing too big, but they do have about a 700 word vocabulary. They've heard at least 20 million words, which seems like a whole lot, but when it comes to your at-home life and then also being in preschool at this age, hearing about 20 million words really isn't a whole lot, but they should have heard at least 20 million words. They can use plural and regular verbs so they understand like more than one thing, and like the dogs ran and stuff like that. They also overgeneralize things, and also they can form a sentence of more than 3 words. So 3 being the bare minimum, like he ran away, but they should be able to form sentences of more than 3 words at this age. Some of the developmentally appropriate practices that we read about in NAECY's handbook were that singing songs with children really help them learn language skills. Reading books with them helps them be able to see print and then also hear words, and then they can speak words. Reading poems to children help develop their language skills, and they hear more words that way. And then also dramatic play, having them act out scenes and be able to use their words themselves, and that gives them really good developmental skills.
So another thing that we looked at was the oral language and how that can be developed at home, because that's so important, and how parents can just be a part of it. And one of the major things is just having conversations with kids. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just talking to the kids and seeing how their day was and just asking them their opinion on things will get them using that vocabulary and just practicing their words, and that's great help. Other things you can do is reading with your kids, reading a story and having them hold the books and having them turn the pages so they can practice all those skills of print that we've been talking about. Another thing, taking them on trips, taking them outside of the house, letting them just experience the world and do different things with that. So whether it's going to the zoo so they can have those background knowledge and all of that, and when they go into stories so they kind of get what the story is actually about, and playing games and just having fun and talking and communicating with them, going on trips, looking at billboards and pointing all that stuff out helps them just recognize where they are in the world and how their vocabulary fits in that. Ways you can develop oral language at school. A big thing is labeling things, not just with words, but with pictures. So kids who aren't able to read can use that as kind of a cheat sheet and just associate things with the pictures. And so they kind of get a figure of what those words are starting to mean, even without being able to read. In circle time, playing with the kids, singing songs, doing books, all those developmentally appropriate things that we talked about you can do in a circle time, and have kids have fun. When they're playing together, doing centers and groups, that's a great way that the kids are able to collaborate, and by doing that they're able to speak one another and use that appropriate language and find out what is appropriate in the classroom, what's a quiet voice, what's an outdoor voice, what's being kind to one another, and using all of those skills in the classroom.
Some other things I came up with is parent tips. So model reading and writing behaviors at home is really important. So like reading to them, like having a book out there and showing them how to read, and like associating the words with it is really good, as well as writing. So like showing them how to write their name and how it's supposed to be wrote, and like how to hold your pencil is really important, as well as encouraging their interests. So not everything's going to be all books and all writing and stuff. So you like say they're interested in trucks or dinosaurs, you can use the dinosaurs and trucks just to create conversations and develop their oral language that way, as well as interacting with your child, because you do need to have interactions with your child and build on those relationships, because if not, it delays their social skills and their academic skills in the classroom. As well as some lesson ideas that we came up with is singing academic songs. So I was telling them about how in my preschool classroom that I observed last year, we have this weather song that we sing every morning. I'm not going to sing it because I'm not very well, but that's one thing that we did. I also create an experience book. It can be like through the summer or just through the week or over the entire school year of like what they do and like what they learn, like drawing out things and putting words to it, like so they see like their oral language is developing and they are writing and being able to do that and look back on it, as well as having theme centers. So that's going back onto their interest. So you can have a week of like dinosaurs, like a week of flowers, or like authors or whatever like they're interested in, and it also helps like having academic play, so it's not just playtime. What happens if this does not happen is there are reading delays, social delays, and speech delays. So if you aren't developing at such a young age, there are going to be reading delays and speech delays in the future, which then cause academic struggles and social struggles because they do not know how to talk appropriately or how to develop sentences correctly, which makes them learn to dislike school. And we do not want that because school is fun. So no encouragement or no help or no interaction with kids is a sad face. As to why we put a sad face here, but thank you.